Okay, welcome back. So there's a link to the Jamboard there. And if you can just jot down or share an idea of a strategy you saw in one of your breakout sessions. And if you can also just Jamboard, if you can just put your name on the sticky note on that idea you share. And the link to the Jamboard is in the chat there. So share a strategy you learned today that you hope to implement this year. Put your name next to it. Thank you, Deanna. Hi, Amy.
How do you hit return to like go to the next line instead of so it doesn't upload immediately?
I think if you hit shift return, it'll give you a chance to do a paragraph break before entering. Shift, put the shift key and then return. Try that.
Nope, still went right to the board.
Maybe control return.
You would have to use the text box feature instead of the sticky note, I think. Or 2 sticky notes, it looks like.
Or we could just use colons.
Thank you.
All right. Wow, I'm seeing lots of ideas. Pair deck to collect norms. Oh, I like that idea. Okay. Yeah, flip grid to build some relationships with students. Oh, I like that. Somebody's doing smart lab rotations and then using flip to reflect, bringing in student voice. Oh yeah, using that teacher portal, on track to graduate. Very nice. Yeah, it's about building relationships because I know that some of you might have already started school, but a lot of other kids start next week. So it gives you a little, if you haven't started, even if you have started, you have a chance to use some of these. Using the Screencastify share, great way to collect student responses. Dialogue journal. And again, as we, if you have questions about anything here, you can check with your digital coach about any of the tools that you saw today or actually even didn't see. You got it, Royce-Ann?
Peter?
Hey. I know we talked about the ATM earlier, way back at the beginning, in terms of making sure you kind of submit what tools you're using with students to make sure we're complying with student data privacy considerations. The ATM is kind of undergoing a remodel sometime in the near future. I think it still says like 21-22 school year or even prior to that. So please continue to use that. I know it seems like it may not be current. The web developer that was working on that has left the district. So, but the higher ups at DOTS are aware of that. There will be a new ATM version 2.0 soon. But keep submitting the tools that you're using, so we're complying and making sure that our student data is safe. Thanks.
Okay, and as Sarah mentioned, we also have a new SEL curriculum for all students, and Sarah's looking forward. She's the TCL champion for her school and looking forward to incorporating some of those ideas with tech. Thank you, Jill. I'd rather be. That's a good prompt to be using. All right, lots of good ideas and strategies here. Lots of great ways to connect with your kids as you start the year. Extreme. Neil is looking to create a classroom newsletter to connect with families. Great idea. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing. Some awesome stuff is going on that Jamboard. I'm so excited. Like, come back to it when we meet for our next module. See how that implementation worked out or is continuing to work out for you. But as we close up, I do want to mention a couple of things. So one is that if you joined us for our PL series or PDU last year, you'll notice that we've made a couple of tweaks and updates. One of those is that we would love to collect artifacts from our teachers in DPS with our DPS students on how you're implementing these strategies. So if you're doing something in your classroom and you're like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown, like this was awesome and like really changed my instruction, and I want to share that resource with others, please, 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 please share that. So what is going to happen, we have a dedicated folder to just examples of how DPS teachers have implemented strategies. And so if you are interested in sharing some of that work that you're doing, get with your digital coach, and they will help you in uploading those resources. After today, we will have a separate document that's for this year's PL series, and it'll just give you a template of what to drop in, what to include, along with any links and any additional resources that you think that teachers would find helpful. But it's so impactful and important for us to see what's going on in other DPS buildings and what's being successful. So the more you would like to share, the better. We love to see your resources, and we will have that available. You can work with your digital coach in uploading those. We also have highlights from our PDU participants from last year. They did some incredible, amazing stuff. So if you want to go check that out, that slide deck is in there. You can just skim through. We've taken all of the stuff from module 1 that our participants did and put it all together for you if you need some inspiration or ideas. And our next steps. So one, you want to make sure that you have signed in for the session by completing the survey. That survey is available through our Schoology page. Luke, I'm not sure if you have that direct link or not, but if we do have a direct link and we can pop it in there, that would be awesome. Otherwise, that is available through the generated Schoology course. We'll also make sure to send that out in our closing email to you. We've completed our reflection prompt. If you're still working on that Jamboard, awesome. Just plop that right on in there. And then make sure you have your digital coach's contact information. I dropped that in a little bit ago. I'll drop it in again right now into the chat. But make sure you know who your digital support is. So even if you worked with a digital coach last year, chances are there's been a lot of rearranging. You might have a digital coach that is different from who has supported you in the past. So please check in to see who your new support is. And join us for our next module. So the cool thing is that because you registered for this Teal Day session, you now no longer have to register for the rest of our PL series modules. You're automatically added to our email list. You are good to go. There is no further action. If you did not register, you just got the link from somewhere, you're not signed up in Learning Space, don't panic. That is totally okay. We can add you, and we'll also be sending out links when we get that next generated Teal Day link in October. We'll send that out to all of you to make sure that you just have that information. But again, if you have registered through Learning Space for today's PL session, you no longer have to register for any of those other sessions. That being said, if you would like to partake in our PDU opportunity, what it does is it takes this learning a step further. You'll get some individualized coaching, some extra attention to these modules, and making sure that you are authentically incorporating them into your classroom. It's a really awesome opportunity. We had a lot of positive feedback from our participants last year. People had a blast and did some amazing, amazing work. So if you are interested, you can register through Learning Space. And that registration link is actually live right now. So if you would like to, you can reach out to your digital coach. They will get you that joining information. And it's super straightforward. We'll work with you. It's great. You also get 3 graduate level credits towards a lane change increase in DPS. So lots of perks there. We would love to have you in our PDU. And then make sure that you access that survey for credit so that you can count these towards your recertification process. Thank you so much for joining us. We really enjoyed you guys. You had such great, amazing ideas. I'm inspired. I'm so excited for this school year with y'all. And if you need any assistance, you need any help, please feel free to stay on or contact your digital coach. Thank you so much.